The whole matter, the whole conversation had been that during the Tokono process, that some people who were neutral, they didn't really care about judicial matters, had been told that Tokono was jumped over so many people, 11 people or so, to become the Chief Justice. And such Ghanaians felt that they felt a bit of unfairness in the whole thing, that if it is true that the lady was jumped all the way and that she has actually a lot of time before she's 70, why couldn't Kufuor waited for her to be Chief Justice later if it's true that she's that good? Some people have that sentiment. But you have been telling me today, I'm going to show you on the touch screen, that Tokono will not be the first. And in fact, there are no other people in the Fourth Republic who have come to the Chief Justice by seniority, save perhaps Justice Bafo now. So can we do that now?
Okay. So Paul, there are two issues that have been used against the New Patriotic Party, particularly the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, as far as the judiciary is concerned. The first one being that we failed to appoint senior-most judges of the Supreme Court as Chief Justice. And the second one being that we bypassed senior-most judges in our appointments to the Superior Court of Judicature, being the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. And that seemed to have gained so much currency to the extent that people thought that we were trying to manipulate the court so that they would stand behind us. The record would clearly show that it is not founded. And that's the first one that we are going to do tonight has to do with the appointment of the justice, the Chief Justice. In the year 1991,
before the 92 Constitution.
Before the 1992 Constitution, the government that gave birth to the National Democratic Congress, that is the People's National Defense Council. Provisional National Defense Council, the PNDC. Contemplating a possible transition, knew that Justice Adade was being the acting Chief Justice at the time. He had been acting for 6 months. When Justice Sowa went on retirement. Had been
acting as the senior most.
He was the senior most judge of the court, and he was the acting Chief Justice at the time.
Correct.
And so that was we were at the cusp of the transition from military rule to civilian rule. And at the time, Justice Adade was the senior most judge and the acting Chief Justice. He acted for 6 months. And so one would have anticipated that if the seniority rule, which has been pushed so hard by our friends on the other side, that is the NDC, was to hold sway, then Justice Adade was going to be the Chief Justice, right?
Yes.
Now, instead of making Justice Adade the Chief Justice per their seniority rule, the PNDC went for Justice Archer, who was at the time on retirement.
At home.
At home.
Finished his work.
Finished his work, had retired at the age of 65 or so, and had gone home, right? So they decided that none of the justices of the Supreme Court at the time, be it Justice Adade, be Justice Akins,
from Benjamin,
all those that were there, they decided that none of them should be Chief Justice. They then went for a judge who had gone on retirement to be made the Chief Justice of the Republic, and that was Justice Archer.
Okay, please get me 1992 swearing in. Philip Archer is in there. We don't have his photograph here. I want people to see his video. 1992 swearing in. Terry Cassett. Yeah, please go on. Please go on. Please go on.
So
Philip Archer came in.
Philip Archer comes in. In 1995, Philip Archer goes on retirement. Guess who is made the Chief Justice? Right? It was none of the judges who were there at the time. They went for a certain Justice Aban.
There he is.
Justice Aban, yes. Justice Aban was a High Court judge.
So the NDC appointed Chief Justice 1 and Chief Justice 2 of the 9.
Of the 9.
And this is the third time they are appointed.
That's right.
Okay. So it's not the case that the NDC have never appointed a Chief Justice. Okay.
No. So this is Justice Aban.
Yeah.
The NDC might say that at the time Archer was appointed, it was the PNDC and not the NDC.
Yes, fair
but
enough.
It's one and the same.
But it was the same president. It was
of
Rawlins.
Course, President Rawlins. Now, Justice Aban was a High Court judge appointed to be the Electoral Commissioner of this country.
Yes.
He was the Electoral Commissioner that saw to the organization of the union government elections by 78 by the Kufuor administration.
Yeah.
He went into hiding. Subsequently, he became the Chief Justice of Seychelles. When Justice Archer went on retirement,
Adade was still there.
Adade was there. Akins was also there.
And they said no.
They said no.
They brought in Aban.
They brought in Aban and made Aban the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana.
Aban was quite distinguished, wasn't he?
He was, but Adade was equally distinguished.
Well, Adade had been Attorney General,
Attorney General,
leader of the
a
bar.
very distinguished legal practitioner.
But he was very MPP, Adade.
At the time, there was no MPP. There was UP.
Well, I mean, he was UP, yeah.
Don't forget that there were people from the UP stock who were also part of the NDC.
Yes, very much.
The likes of A.A. Munufie and Co.
Alhaji Mama
Idrisu.
Yeah.
They were all from our stock.
Justice D.F. Anand.
And so it wouldn't have been strange to make Adade the Chief Justice.
Absolutely.
Now, Akins, Justice Akins, was not of our stock necessarily.
He was the PNDC's Attorney
He
General.
was the PNDC's Attorney General.
At the time the judges were killed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Akins wasn't made the CJ. Wasn't made the Chief
And he
Justice.
was on the court.
And he was on the court. They went for Justice Aban, who had returned as the Chief Justice of Seychelles. And so, Justice Aban at the time was not the senior most judge of the Supreme Court.
When he was made the Chief
When
Justice.
he was made the Chief Justice.
Then what happened after that?
Then came Justice Redu. At the time,
Just appointed by John Kufuor, isn't it?
by President John Kufuor.
Kufuor inherited Aban.
Yes.
Kept him.
Him.
And then Aban retired.
That's right. President Kufuor never removed Justice Aban.
No, he didn't.
Don't forget that one of the key constituencies, traditionally, of the MPP have been lawyers.
Yes.
And lawyers, some of the lawyers from our stock were not happy with Aban.
They went to court.
They went to court.
Yeah.
Ghana Bar Association versus Attorney General. They went to court. When they went to court, right, they did not succeed. When President Kufuor took office, he didn't say that some of my people don't like Aban. He kept Aban.
So let's do 146 and take him out.
Exactly. He kept Aban.
Yeah, he did.
He maintained Aban.
Yeah.
When he maintained Aban, Aban fell ill. And subsequently,
Retired.
he was called into eternity.
Yeah.
When he was called into eternity, President Kufuor then decided to...
Oh, Aban died before Redu was appointed. Oh, so
yes.
Aban died as Chief Justice.
Aban died as Chief Justice.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I stand to be corrected.
I think
he
so.
died.
But he swore in President Kufuor.
He swore in President Kufuor.
And he was very ill that day.
He was very ill.
He was very, very ill.
So I stand to be corrected, but I think he died as Chief Justice. But he was not removed. That is one fact which is established.
Okay.
Notwithstanding the differences.
Okay.
Now, this is Justice Redu. Justice Redu, at the time he was appointed Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, right, had other senior most judges of the court.
At the court.
At the court. At the time, Justice Pegan was there.
Senior to Redu.
Senior to Redu. Right? There were other judges, like Bamfordado.
Joyce
Bamfordado.
Yeah.
They were all there. But they never complained.
So there came Redu.
There came Redu.
And then?
Justice Aqua.
Redu fell ill, wasn't it?
Redu fell ill.
Okay.
Yes. Justice Aqua became Chief Justice.
He was quite junior to them.
He was quite junior to a lot of the judges of the court.
Yeah.
There was...
there were so many of them.
There were so many of them. Let me refresh my
I believe
memory.
Pegan was still there.
Pegan was there.
Yeah, Pegan was still there.
Pegan was there. Bamfordado was there.
Yeah.
You know, all these judges were there.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Justice Aqua.
Atuguba
was there.
Yeah.
Sophia Kufu was there.
Yes.
They were
They
all
overlooked all of them, went straight for Aqua. Kingsley Aqua. From Adisadel.
So, one fundamental fact, no dispute, was that he was not the senior most judge or justice of the Supreme Court. That is an undisputable or undisputed fact.
Okay. Let's move on. Then came first female.
Exactly. As for Georgina Wood, there were a lot of seniors at the time. Justice Pegan.
He was there.
He was
He was quite upset. We remember that.
Upset.
Yeah.
Yes. Even I think at the time,
there were so many.
Justice Brobe had gone on secondment.
Yeah, Atukuba was still there.
They were all there. Sofia Kufuor was there.
They were there.
Sofia Kufuor went there in 1995.
Yes.
Atukuba went there in 1995. Sofia Kufuor, Justice Georgina Wood went there after the MV Benjamin matter, where she chaired.
Oh, that's 2008.
2007.
No. 2007.
Exactly.
I was she a Court of Appeal judge during
At the time, she was a court. Yes, at the time, during the MV Benjamin, she was a Court of Appeal judge.
So within 1 year of being a Court of Appeal judge, she was Chief Justice.
No, it wasn't within 1 year.
No,
I'm sure she had gone there before 2007.
Okay, so she was a Supreme Court judge.
She was a Court of Appeal judge when she did the MV Benjamin.
So she must have gone to the Supreme Court in 2007.
2007.
And within 1 year of that, she was Chief Justice.
She was Chief Justice.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Exactly. So it has never been the case that the senior most justice of the Supreme Court is appointed the Chief Justice. It has never.
Georgina Wood was remarkable.
Georgina Wood.
And she was the longest so far?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She was the longest. I mean, I suspect
from 08 to 17.
I even suspect she met Julius Ansah there.
Yes, most likely.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She met Julius Ansah
because
there.
Julius Ansah was in some of the reported cases by Bimpom Buta, which is MPP and GBC.
She must have even met. She must have even met Dateba there.
Oh, most likely. Dateba,
yes.
Modibo Okran,
yes,
and Kluje. These were senior people.
Exactly.
Very senior people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yet President Kufuor settled on her as the Chief Justice, confirming that it has never in this Fourth Republic, predating the MPP, that
being about the senior most. Okay. Next is Sofia Kufuor.
Justice Sofia Kufuor. At the time, she, I think Justice Atuguba was senior to her.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Nevertheless, Justice Atuguba wasn't appointed. She was the one appointed.
Then came His Lordship Justice
Enini Eboa. Justice Doche was senior to Justice Enini Eboa.
And Julius Ansah was.
And Julius Ansah too was senior to Justice Enini
Eboa.
But Enini Eboa was appointed. So it's never been.
Then it's so this was the problem.
This was the problem.
So they're saying Tokonu has come from behind. Was neither here nor there.
Neither here.
It was actually in keeping with the tradition.
In keeping with the tradition.
That's interesting. But they didn't quite name that as one of Tokonu's sins anyway in the petition.
They wouldn't say that because they
but
know
the
that
commentary had
that is not the ground of removal. That's not part of the grounds of removal. And so there has always been that commentary that we bypassed a lot of seniors.
As MPP.
The MPP bypassed a lot of seniors to appoint Justice Gertrude Tokonu. It is not the case. But there's something we need to understand. At any given time, out of the many justices of the Supreme Court, there can be only one Chief Justice. Okay.
But shouldn't we do it by seniority?
I am of the view that it should be by seniority.
Yeah.
However, there's the risk. You see,
what happens in America, though? Do you know?
America, I'm not too sure.
The president appoints.
I think the president.
But in America, the Chief Justice is there till he dies.
There till he dies.
Okay.
Yes. But Paul,
can you just check what happens in the United States, and then we can get it? Yeah.
By appointment.
Yeah, by appointment. But is it the senior most? That's the question.
Is it by senior most? No.
He'll tell us.
It's not by the senior most. It's not by the senior most. Paul. Yes. It's appointment. It's not by the senior most. Paul. Now, this is it. We need to appreciate that at any given time, there will be just one person who will be appointed the Chief Justice. And we must accept it. Otherwise, it's going to be chaotic. If you say that the senior most should be the Chief Justice, the position of the Chief Justice is leadership.
It is. And please get me the list of the current Chief Justices so we can go through the senior most and just have a last minute conversation on that. The list of Chief Justices.
It's leadership.
Of Supreme Court judges, sorry.
It's leadership. It's leadership. And the senior most at a particular time may not have the required leadership qualities. Not all of us are leaders.
But who is making that determination? Only the president, the politically elected president?
Because if you say the senior most, then the president wouldn't have to appoint.
Yeah, by the parliament he has to. Oh, I get the point. That the Constitution puts it that way because they do not contemplate that it will be automatic.
That's right.
That the president will have to exercise his discretion
to decide,
to make a decision.
That
I get the point you're making.
Within the context of the times and the circumstance at a particular period, who is best fit
So if the president feels the senior most, fair enough.
Yes.
So the constitution, by its provisions, has allowed the president to go outside any set rules.
That's right.
He can pick a person from the Ghana Bar Association, isn't it?
It happened under, I think, under the Second Republic, when Justice Bannerman was picked from the bar
Straight to
the Chief Justice.
Oh, I see.
It
He
has
just had to pass the qualification of how many years he's done at the bar.
Exactly. It's happened before. And so one of the sins, or one of the supposed sins of the NPP as far as the judiciary is concerned, was that we appointed Tokonu, Justice Tokonu, who had a lot of seniors, right, ahead of her. But clearly,
The record doesn't show that.
The record doesn't show
so now
that.
here's Justice Eneyeboa. Maybe President Mahama wants to begin from now. Eneyeboa is the senior most. He's there. Sorry, Justice Bafuboni. Sorry, Justice Bafuboni is the senior most. He's there. Do you have the chief, the Supreme Court judges, so that I can just look at it and then we can go through this? Okay, they're working on it. Will come. So with Justice Bafuboni, he told Parliament yesterday that he's the senior most. He's 17 years at the Supreme Court. No particular issues from the bar. The bar didn't seem to be upset about it.
No.
I saw former bar president Tony Forson supporting.
well, I doubt if there is any basis for the bar to object.
Yeah.
I doubt.
Yeah.
However, it's important the records are set straight so that we are all clear in our minds. You know, a lot of these events preceded a lot of people. Bear in mind, the child that was born in the year 2001, when President Rawlings ceased to be president of the Republic of Ghana, is now 24 years. And so some of these things, the person might not know. Unless you do one of your touch screens, that person might not
And
know.
could have voted twice. Could have
Could
voted
have
at 18 and has voted again at 22.
22,
And probably voted again at 24.
24.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so when
He doesn't know anything
he
about
doesn't
Rawlings
know-
being president.
Exactly. And so when people keep on drumming home the false narrative that someone who is a senior most, a justice who is a senior most, should be appointed a chief justice, and that we are trying to, the MPP is trying to manipulate the court so that the court stands by it, that is also not correct. And so that person may buy into it. Another thing is that, Paul, in this country, look, and it stands to reason, the judiciary will always back the government in power.
What does that mean?
It means that, look, and it stands to reason, Paul, you wouldn't want the judiciary to put fetters in the way of the government in power.
Relating to policy?
Relating to policy.
Relating to constitutional interpretation?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that, for instance, you apply to seek an injunctive order against the government of the day in performing, for instance, a constitutional duty. The court will tell you no.
Absolutely no, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Some-
That's correct.
Somebody sitting outside might say, the court is in favor or is in support of the government.
It doesn't mean so.
It doesn't mean so.
Okay.
So we need to appreciate that by the nature of our constitution, there are instances where the court will tilt a little towards the government in power.
For policy's sake.
For policy's sake.
Good governance.
Yes, I'll give you an example. One of the allegations that were made against Justice Tokonu was delay in fixing dates or scheduling hearings of cases filed by the NDC. Right? That was one of the major allegations. Today, we are experiencing it.
How?
There are cases, for instance, that we have filed against the government, right? They delay in filing their statement of case, okay? For which reason we apply to set the matter down for hearing. When you apply to set the matter down for hearing, the court will say, date to be fixed. Right? So you don't know when the date is going to be fixed until you keep following up, okay?
And that's good?
I'm saying that these are things that were allegations that were made against Justice Tokonu, but some of them are happening today. Do you remember that, for instance, Sam George, he kept saying that the anti-LGBTQ case before Justice Tokonu has failed to fix it for a hearing.
Yeah.
If you recall.
Because she was supporting Kufuor.
Today, I can tell you, for instance, that the case that Henry Nana Boakye filed against the Attorney General in respect of the mass dismissal case. The mass dismissal which was made upon the instructions or the authority of the Chief of Staff, right? The Attorney General took forever to file a statement of case. When we went to court, right, for a hearing, so that the matter would be set down for a hearing, right, the Chief Justice didn't give us a set date.
Till now?
It took about a month or two.
You have a date now?
We've gone to court. It was when we went to court that the Attorney General came to say he's asking for an extension of time.
To file his responses.
Today, the cases involving Justice Tokonu, right? Yesterday, if you heard the minority leader, they have been delayed. And so they are no news. They happen under every dispensation.
Let's look at this as before we go to sit down and take another topic. So viewers, if you have been following us, Lawyer Balfour has been concerned that there's been anti-NPP propaganda against his party. He's Member of Parliament for Meshia North, Meshia South. And he's been concerned that there's been a narrative that the NPP administration, especially under Nana Kufuor, appointed judges as chief justices who were not due, and therefore they were appointing judges who do their bidding. He has demonstrated on the touchscreen that the history of the Fourth Republic, all the 9 justices who were appointed, none of them was the senior most at the time of being appointed. And the video will be on demand for you to see. Now we're going on to a different topic. This is interesting. If we have to go by what we are saying now, and I think President Mahama has committed himself to it, so we now have Justice Paul Bafuboni. So viewers, our next Chief Justice will be Justice Gabriel Poaman. Now, Justice Bafuboni retires next year, I understand.
Next year, yes.
12 months from now.
12 months from
He's
now.
gone.
He's gone.
So Justice Gabriel Poaman is our next Chief Justice. Congratulations to him. Next Chief Justice will be Justice Avril Lovelace Johnson. If she's still there.
If she's, yes,
will she be there?
I should think so.
Okay, so it's Poaman, then Lovelace Johnson. And then the next one is Amadou Tanko might be gone.
I'm not too sure of his age.
I'm guessing that by the time it gets to Lovelace, Amadou Tanko might be gone. And then after Lovelace Johnson, if Amadou Tanko is there, it will be Amadou Tanko. If Amadou, is Justice Kulendi later than Henrietta Mensah Bonsu? Producer, are you sure about that? 24th May.
2 days.
Oh, 2 days difference. That matters.
Yes, it matters.
Oh, but the president made an appointment today, and
That's right.
2 days later made another one.
That's right. It matters.
But did they go to Parliament at the same time?
It doesn't matter when they went to Parliament.
But when is the appointment made?
It matters when they were sworn in.
So it's the swearing in
that
the beginning of the
that
work.
makes the difference.
And they were sworn in 2 days apart?
Exactly. You see,
Really?
Justice Dochi and Justice Anini Abua, they were sworn in the same year. But one, I think there's a day difference between the two.
So that's senior most?
That's senior most.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what makes Justice.
So then next, if she's still there, will be Professor Justice Henrietta Mensah Bonsu.
That's right.
Next, if he will be there, 62 or 63. Justice Yoni Kulendi will be next. And then there's Adibu Asiedu. And then there's George Kingsley Kumsin, who I guess might not be there. And then when I say might not be there, might be there, viewers, please understand me. I mean that they may 1070. Don't interpret it another way. When I say they might not be there, it means that when you turn 70, you go. So if the person there is ahead of you, a senior to you, the person can be younger and be senior. So the person is senior to you but younger, and you turn 70, then you go. That's what I mean. I do not mean that they will have passed to eternal glory. I can't determine that. Okay, and then his Lordship Justice Yaojewu Henry Kofi Yaodakwasare. So any judge appointed after this is coming to the back.
That's right.
Whoa.
So, Bapo, bear this in mind.
So Dennis Ajay is all the way down.
Yes.
14.
Bear this in mind. Someone might be intelligent, but he might not be a leader.
And somebody at number 16 might be a great leader.
Might be a great leader.
Yeah.
And so that is the essence of the discretion under Article 144.
Absolutely, I get it.
That gives you the discretion to make a decision that within the circumstance of the time, who is best fit to be the Chief Justice.
Given the applause that Dennis got at his vetting, I'm guessing that if he has the Bar Association next Chief Justice, they may point to him.
So, Sir Dennis Ajay.
Yeah.
You know, there's something.
Why is he so popular among barristers?
He's a very brilliant judge.
Oh, I see.
And look, Dennis Ejay across the country has chaired a lot of committees.
I see.
And, you know, he's a workaholic.
Okay.
He's a workaholic. So Dennis Ejay may be teaching at Gempa. He may be chairing a committee at University of Education, Winneba. He may be chairing a committee that probes some, you know, controversy.
He likes the law.
He likes the law. He likes to work. And so, for instance, at a given time, if you say, you have a certain vision as a president, and you think that you need a CJ that would help in achieving that vision, and you say, amongst this lot, who best fit helps me, who is best fit for that purpose, and you think it's said Dennis Ejay, or you think it's Justice Senyor Jemepe, or you think it's Justice Kulendi, then you say that because you are going by a certain seniority rule, which is never the case. You deny yourself the opportunity to work with somebody who is, you know, brilliant
leadership and all that. I get the point. This is going to be an interesting debate as the week goes down. But if you ask me to vote, I'll vote for Yoni Kulendi, of course.
I know.
Justice after Bafubon.
Justice Kulendi is another brilliant judge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having administered one of the biggest law firms in Ghana.
I think among all these people, Kulendi is the most successful practitioner.
Well,
I mean, it's controversial. You cannot say that.
I cannot say that.
You are the bar. I can say that.
Yes,
I'm media. I think Yoni Kulendi has had a very successful practice. Yeah, I see. That's interesting. So if that's so this is the way we are going to go.
Justice Waman also had a very good land law practice.
Okay, I'm too young to know that.
Yes, he was.
I know him from CPP. He used to appear on Good Evening.
PNC.
He's a PNC. He used to be the general secretary.
He used to also appear on Talking Points.
Yes. But I interviewed him many times. He's a very interesting guy. I've forgotten his football team, but we used to talk about football in those days. So we're going to Poaman, which I think we should. He's paid his dues. Then we're going to Lovelace Johnson, another lady. That would be nice. Then we have Amadou Tanko, who I'm guessing would have left at the time.
Yeah.
Then there's Professor Henry Tamensabo, so academia will be excited to see that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is going to be very interesting.
So the fact is that it's never been by the senior most.
And nobody should blame or attribute political connotations to it.
No.
Okay, I think your point is well made. We'll get the text messages and see what people are saying.